and biological universe and the things are famous. Science is a rigorous, systematic endeavor that builds and organizes the knowledge in the form of physical explanations and the predictions about the world. It is an objective observation that extends the basic rules of nature. Another approach to science is information gained through process.
Let's support the essence of National Science Day and persist in welcoming the marvelous of science in our daily life. Before celebrating this beautiful day, let's remember the great scientists. Accept the most sincere congratulations on the World Science Day. We wish that your discoveries, inventions, innovations and fundamental research expand the horizon of knowledge, production and everywhere in our existence.
This special day is celebrated to honor the discovery of Raman experiment by Indian brain physicist Sir Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman.
Good morning everyone. As you all know, I am Ashika's classmate.
Like always, I'm Kaushika. It's always been our duty, custom, and tradition to pray in Lord Dharmadhara before getting into any happening. So, following the scene, without any further ado, let's call Kumari Supriya from class 7 with our mesmerizing melody.
I would like to call Kumari Yoshini to welcome the gathering with her insightful words. Gathering. Firstly, I would like to welcome the President of SBMS Yoga, Mr. K.S. Kiran sir. In his office, I welcome Mr. Now I would like to welcome the Secretary of our institution who supports us and encourages us in all aspects. I welcome you, ma'am. Next, I would like to welcome the administrator of our institution, Master Amit sir. I welcome you, sir. Now, I would like to extend my grateful welcome to Principal of Vidyavati International School, Mr. Dilip sir, who encourages us in all co-curricular activities. I welcome you, sir. Now, I would like to welcome the Vice Principal of Vidyavati International School, Mr. Taib sir. I welcome you, sir. Now I would like to welcome the science teacher Padmaka sir and Mahesh sir. I welcome you, teacher. Now I would like to welcome the teaching and non-teaching staff of VAS who guide and support us in all aspects. I welcome you, teacher. Now I would like to extend my grateful welcome to the staff of VAS who put hands together to this auspicious occasion. I welcome you all. For giving me this opportunity, have a nice day.
Life resembles the liveliness of the spark which always resides the hope of all life-giving powers. Light always gives the great spirituality of inner soul. So to light up the lamp and to guide the program, I'd like to call Honorable Bibu, please.
ನಾನು ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳೊಂದಾದ 51ನೇ ವಿಧಿಯ ಅನ್ವಯ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಮನೋಭಾವನೆ ಮತ್ತು ವೈಚಾರಿಕತೆಯನ್ನು ದಿನದಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಜ್ಞೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಜೈ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ.
Students, respected dignitaries of the dais, and my dear teachers. Today we are celebrating National Science Day on the account of discovery of Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman. So, he was a great Indian scientist. So, India is very rich in scientific research and culture. As we see our culture, we find many scientific facts about that. So, I would like to start by saying a story which relates to how Indian scientific researchers were there, even they are being part of our culture. So I hope all of you have heard of the story of Balarama and Krishna, right? See, one of the instance, there was a Raja called Kukudami. He wanted to marry his daughter, so he went to search for the bride. So he roamed whole universe and finally he will reach Brahmaloka. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವನ ಮಗಳನ್ನ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗಂಡು ಹುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಹತ್ರನೂ ತಿರುಗಾಡಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ he'll ask Brahma, who is the right bride for my daughter ಅಂತ. So when he asked who is the right bride, Brahma laughed and said, ನೀನು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರನ್ನ ನಿನ್ನ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಗಂಡನಾಗಿ ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನೀನು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಂಶ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ನಶಿಸಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನೀನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರೋಷ್ಟೊಳಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಯುಗಗಳ ಕಳೆದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದ್ವಾಪರ ಯುಗ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ವಿಷ್ಣು ಕೃಷ್ಣನಾಗಿ ಜನ್ಮ ಎತ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ನೀನು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೇಳು ಅವನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ರಾಜ ಕುಕುದಾಮಿ he takes ರೇವತಿ with him and ರೇವತಿ is daughter of ರಾಜ ಕುಕುದಾಮಿ. ಸೊ ರೇವತಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೆ ಭೂಲೋಕ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಂದು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅವರು ಬಲರಾಮನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ಬಲರಾಮನ ಹತ್ರ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಕುಕುದಾಮಿ ಇರ್ತಾಳಲ್ಲ, ಅವಳು ಬಲರಾಮನಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ಎತ್ತರ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಆಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಲರಾಮ ತನ್ನ ಗದೆಯಿಂದ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಹೊಡೆದು ಅವಳನ್ನ ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಡೈಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಐನ್ಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಥಿಯರಿ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಇದು. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಥಿಯರಿ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂತ? ಟ್ವಿನ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಡಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಬೆಳಕಿಗಿಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಯ ಹಾಗೆ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಥಿಯರಿ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಭೂತಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ತಪ್ಪಿರ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದು. ಇದನ್ನ ಥಿಯರಿ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಅವನು ರಾಜ ಯಾವಾಗ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಪಂಚನ ತಿರ್ಗೋಕ್ ಹೋದ್ನಲ್ವಾ, ಅವಾಗ ಅವನ ಸಮಯ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಹೋಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಯುಗಗಳು ಕಳೆದಿದ್ವು. ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಬರೀ ಕೇವಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನಗಳು ಕಳೀತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು. ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಾಣ್ಬೋದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಉಲ್ಲೇಖವಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಾಗವತ ಪುರಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನವಸ್ಕಂದ ಅನ್ನೋ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 3 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕಥೆ ಪುರಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಲ್ಲೇಖವಾಗಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಂಜ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಪೈಡರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನೋಡಿದಿರಾ ಮೂವಿ? ಓಕೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ನೋಡಿದಿರಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಅದು? ಹಾ ನೋಡಿ, ಆ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಪುರಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಲ್ಲೇಖ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದೇವ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ದ್ವಾರಪಾಲಕರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ವಿಷ್ಣುವಿಗೆ ಹೇಳು ಅಂತ. ವಿಷ್ಣು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾವ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ. ಆಗ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಬಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ನೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಆಗ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದೇವರಿಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಈ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಸಹಸ್ರಾರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮರು ಬಂದು ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಚರ್ಚೆ ವಿಮರ್ಶೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಈಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಂಜ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಪೈಡರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ 3 ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸೋದು. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವೆಂಜರ್ಸ್ 3 ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ಯಾ? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ಬೋದು? ಅಶ್ವತ್ಥಾಮಂದ ಶಮಂತಕ ಮಣಿ. ಅಶ್ವತ್ಥಾಮ ಅನ್ನೋದು ದ್ರೋಣಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ಮಗ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಮಣಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಶಮಂತಕ ಮಣಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅವನು ಇನ್ನು ಚಿರಂಜೀವಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇನ್ನು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ದಟ್ ಅಶ್ವತ್ಥಾಮ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಅಲೈವ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬರೀ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮಹಾಭಾರತ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲ, ಈವನ್ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ರಾಮ ಸೇತು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯಾನಿಟಿಲಿ ಆಡಮ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ರಾಮಸೇತುಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸೇತುವೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸೇತುವೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲೋ ತಪ್ಪಿದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಚಿತ್ರ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಸೇತುವೆ ತರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇದು ಸೇತುವೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂತನಾದ್ರೂ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು ಆ ಕಾಲದ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ಲಾನೆಟರಿ ಈಗ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರಾನಮಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ವಜರು ನಮ್ಗಿಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರಾನಮಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಸೂರ್ಯನ ದಿಕ್ಕು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಲನವಲನಗಳನ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ನಾವಿನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪುರಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭೂಮಿ ಸುತ್ತ ತಿರುಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿಂದೂ ಪುರಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಗೆಲಿಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಭೂಮಿ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಸುತ್ತ ತಿರುಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಆಗ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಆ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದವರು ರಿಲಿಜಿಯಸ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋರು ಅವನ್ನ ಅಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅವನ್ನ ಜೈಲಿಗೂ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದು ಭೂಮಿ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಸುತ್ತ ತಿರುಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಚರ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಖಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಅವ್ನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರೋ ಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದು ಪೇಟೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾನೆ 1830 ಬದ್ದೇಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಅವನು ಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದು ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾನೆ 80 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ನ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಬಟ್ ಆಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದ ಟೈಲರ್ಸ್ ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿನ ಧ್ವಂಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ರನ್ ಅವೇ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಅವನು ತುಂಬಾ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆನೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲೂ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವರ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ದ ಚೇಂಜಸ್. ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್ ದೇ ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ಹಿ ಡೈಡ್ ಪೂರ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಕಾಟೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವಕಾಶಗಳಿದ್ವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ನ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ತಪ್ಪಿದ್ರೆ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ಗಾಗ್ಲಿ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಶ್ರುತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಸುಶ್ರುತ ಯಾರು? ಫಾದರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೋಡಿ, ಅದೇ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಬೆಲೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಸುಶ್ರುತ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಪಾಶ್ಚಿಮಾತ್ಯ ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಆ ತರ ಬಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನೆಕ್ರೋಮ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿ ಅಂತನೋ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೋದು ತಪ್ಪಿದ್ರೆ ಜೀವಾವಧಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡೋದು ಏನೋ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪುರಾತನ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಮಹತ್ವವಿತ್ತು. ಈ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಅಸ್ಟ್ರಾನಮಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ ದ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೋಗ, ಸೈನ್ಸ್, ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ್ ಫುಡ್, ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ and then yoga, all these exercises related to body, we were far ahead from all other Western countries. Even if you see today, Western countries follow our yoga, they follow our meditation, they follow sattvic food, they also follow our nutrition plans. They are following us, but we are following them and we are just diverting from our traditional food.
Our Punyashri and team to mesmerize us all with their melodious voice. ಚಂದ್ರನ ಮೇಲೆ ನಡೆದರು
fifth day. Tejaswini, have you heard the name of Aryabhatta? Yes, I heard the name of Aryabhatta. He was a great Indian astronomer from the classical age of India during the 4th century CE. He was also a great mathematician for that time. He lived in Gupta's period. Yes, his place was the Pataliputra, now called Patna in Bihar. He was a teacher in Nalanda University also. His other personal details is not clear. Now let us know about his achievements in astronomy and mathematics. Yes, Bharati was a great astronomer and our first artificial satellite launched from ISRO after naming him. He confirmed that the sun is at the center of the solar system. He calculated the rotation of the earth on its axis. He also told that the moon shines because of the reflection of the sunlight. He calculated the value of pi to the 4 decimal accelerator. Oh yes, we use pi in mathematics. Another contribution of Aryabhatta was a calculation of diameter of earth. He calculated the length of sidereal year. Oh, it seems he was a brilliant scientist. In addition to above, he has done extraordinary work in mathematics. Yes, like extracting square roots, quadratic equation, and so on. The greatest work is in explaining lunar and solar eclipse. Prati, did you know what are the book he has written? Yes, there is me. One of the notable work is in a great book by the name Aryabhatta. Yes, Prati has a written book called as Arya Siddhanta. There are some of the achievements of Aryabhatta, the father of Indian mathematics. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Aryabhatta lived.
14C.
Question passes to the next. Which period of the king? I want the name of the king.
Gupta.
Yes, that was the right answer. Gupta period, Aryabhatta was it. And the next question. Name the university he worked as a teacher. Okay. Pardon, I didn't hear clearly. Nalanda University, that was right. That was the right answer. Yes, thank you very much, and listen to the next topic and be ready for the next 2 questions.
Afternoon to everyone. Happy National Science Day to all. I'm Chirag of class 6. Siddesh, I think you have heard our Indian great scientist Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was born in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. He studied physics and aerospace engineering in Madras Institute of Technology. He also worked as the chief scientific advisor to the defense minister. S. Chiragi was also worked as the scientific advisor to the government of India. Okay, Siddesh, now we will talk about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's achievement. He gave India the missile technology by preparing the ballistic missile technology. He spreaded the integrated guided the missiles. S. Chirag, that's why he is known as the missile man of India. He developed the first India's indigenous hovercrafts. And he also developed India's first satellite launch vehicle SLV. He developed the Equatorial rocket launching stations. His contribution to the Indian science technology is immense. Okay, Siddesh, the list we have discussed, but it is not the end. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was the 11th President of India who was a recipient of Veer Savarkar Award, Padma Bhushan Award, Padma Vibhushan Award, and greatest of all, Bharat Ratna Award. Let's salute to Bharat Ratna Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Have a cheerful day. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tanmaya of class 6B. I'm Pragna of 12th class. Pragna, let us talk about Chintamani Nageshwar Ramachandra. Yesterday, C.N.R. Rao is the greatest Indian scientist in the field of chemistry. He was born in Bangalore and studied in Mysore University, Banaras Hindu University, and Purdue University in USA. Tanmaya, now we will talk about achievements and awards. He is an Indian chemist working at solid state and structural chemistry. He synthesized 2-dimensional oxide materials. Yes, Pragna, he was synthesized nanotubes. His achievements are many, many more. This is just a small thing. Yes, he has many awards in his name. He has honored doctorates from 86 universities. He has authored more than 1,800 research papers and 56 books. He has won many awards in India and from abroad. He conferred with Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushana, Karnataka Ratna, above all, Bharata Ratna Award. Sienna now, because of his achievement, he is called as Father of India Nanotechnology. Thank you all for giving us this opportunity. Have a cheerful day. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy National Science Day to all. I'm Revna of class 17 and I am Supriya from the same class. Supriya, today we are here to talk about Sir M. Vishveshwaraya. Yesterday, let us try to understand the achievements of Sir Mokshavendam Vishveshwaraya. Sir M. Vishveshwaraya was born at Mudedahalli near Chikkaballapura. He completed his education in Madras University and Civil Engineering at Pune. He was the Indian Civil Engineer Administrator and Statesman. He was also known as the Diwan of Mysore. Yes, Supriya, let us know about his achievements. His achievements make a very long list. Yes, to name a few are KRS at Mysore was built by him. He built many other dams and reservoirs which helped in the supply of drinking water. He started the Mysore Sandal Soap Factory, Bhadravati Iron and Steel Factory. In addition to this, he was known as the State Bank of Mysore. He was a brilliant engineer and we celebrate his birthday as an Engineer's Day. He awarded Bharat Ratna for his lifetime achievements. Sir M. Vishveshwaraya initiated the building of modern Mysore. That is why he is also called the father of modern Mysore. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. Have a nice day.
That's correct. Bhadravati Iron and Steel Factory.
Of Indian Space Research Organization. Udupi Ramachandra Rao was born in Bangalore. He completed his education in Madras University, Banaras Hindu University and Gujarat University. He was an Indian space scientist and became a chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization. Yes, Navneet, now let us talk about his achievements and awards. He was the chairman of the Physical Research Laboratory of Ahmedabad and Bangalore. Also, he was the Chancellor of Indian Institute for Space Science and Technology at Thiruvananthapuram. Yeshaka, he worked in the ISRO for the development of the rocket technology. He successfully launched ASLV and PSLV launch vehicles which can launch 20 tons of satellite. Yeshaka, he integrated for the development of the GSLV rocket. Yes, Navneet, and also he worked in the development of cryogenic technology. He awarded the Padma Vibhushana and the Padma Bhushana. And he has secured many other awards and prizes. After he was pioneered India's super satellite launched that is Aryabhatta in the year 1975. That is why he is called as the satellite man of India. Thank you. Hi, good afternoon everyone. Happy National Science Day to all. I'm Rashika from class 7B. I'm Pooja from the same class. Pooja, do you know why we are celebrating National Science Day today? Yes, Rashika, I know. Today is the day when Sir C.V. Raman discovered famous effect called as Raman effect. That's right. Sir Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman was born in Tiruchirappalli, Madras Presidency. He completed his education in the University of Madras. He also worked in various positions including Professor of Physics in Calcutta. Yes, he was the first Indian director of Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Pooja, let us learn what is the meaning of Raman effect. Raman effect is related to scattering of light by the particles in the atmosphere. Raman effect explains the blue color of the sky. For this discovery, he was awarded Nobel Prize in Physics in the year 1930. Do you know another interesting fact about this achievement?
to receive Nobel Prize. Now we know that we are celebrating National Science Day on 28th February of every year. Thank you for this opportunity.
Of class 7B.
Rita, have you heard the name Sir J.C. Bose? Yes, Pushpita, Justice Chandra Bose was a great scientist of physics and math. He was born in West Bengal and completed his education at St. Xavier's College, Calcutta. He also studied at Christ College, Cambridge. He also studied at University College, London. Let us know a few achievements of J.C. Bose. He invented a machine called a spectrograph, which measures the growth of a plant. He was also pioneer in radio microwave optics. Do you know, Vandita? A crater in the moon has been named in his honor. That's amazing, Pushpita. And he also found the Bose Institute. He was also interested in writing science fiction. He received many awards and prizes like Knight Bachelors and Fellow in the Royal Society. Sir Jagdish Chandra Bose was a great experimental scientist and his work are recognized world over. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. Have a nice day. Good afternoon everyone. Happy National Science Day to all. I am Mita and I am Moksha of class 9A. Nowadays we are hearing the word artificial intelligence in the field of computers. Do you have any idea, Moksha? Yes, Sita. Artificial intelligence is abbreviated as AI. It is the latest technology in the field of computer. AI is the simulation of human intelligence in a machine. Yes, artificial intelligence is a thinking machine. An ordinary computer does the work which has been instructed. Artificial intelligence also does work by thinking its own. Yes, Moksha, it is amazing. A software which can think like a human mind. Artificial intelligence is a simple term. A weak AI is a system where teaming specialists. This weak AI does not have intelligence. Example for artificial intelligence is Alexa and Siri. They perform work within predefined boundaries. In the other hand, artificial intelligence can be capable of responding, learning and applying knowledge. A robot or a computer with a strong AI will be capable enough to do work they think that. There is no doubting that future they will take over our responsibilities. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Good afternoon, everybody. I wish you all very happy with National Science Day. I'm Anna from class 9B.
I am Mohammed Patel of class 9B.
Hi, Mohan.
Hello, Ullah.
What a wonderful word this is. Do you know the whole universe is made up of what?
Yes, Ullah, the whole universe is made up of elements.
Oh, elements. What do you know by elements?
Elements are the pure substances which cannot be divided by chemical process.
How many elements are there in our nature?
There are 92 elements in our nature. The others are man-made out of 118.
Is it easy to recall all the properties of all natural elements?
No, my friend, it is so difficult to recall their names, but our scientists try their level best to arrange them in an order.
Oh, is it? It sounds very interesting. Can you name the great personalities who work in this field?
Certainly, I am glad to tell that the scientists such as Tabariner from Germany and John Newland from England and Mendeleev from Russia tried their level best to arrange them in an order.
Did they all succeeded in their work?
No, my dear friend, they weren't succeeded because they were trying to arrange them on the basis of atomic mass. But for some extent, Mendeleev was succeeded.
Then who drew accurate long form of modern periodic table?
It was Niels Bohr who gave the accurate modern long periodic table. He classified periodic table on the basis of atomic number and electronic configuration.
Here is a long form of periodic table. Can you explain this for me?
Yes, my dear friend. The first two columns are known as S-block elements and the central 10 columns are known as D-block elements and the last 6 are known as P-block elements.
Then why are these two columns kept separately from the main period?
Yes, my dear friend, you asked a good question. These are F-block elements. These are horizontal similarities rather than vertical similarities. The first row is known as lanthanides and second row is known as actinides.
What about the zigzag line in the P-block elements?
The zigzag line separates the metals and non-metals. The right side of the zigzag lines are metals and the left side are non-metals, and the zigzag line itself the metal art.
Oh, is it? What do you mean by metal arch?
Oh, you know about it. I will tell about it. Metalloids are those elements which contain both the properties of metals and non-metals. Can you guess how many metals are, how many solid, liquid, gas states of elements are there?
It's very good question, Mohan. The black color symbols are known as the solids, and there are 74 solids in the periodic table. And the blue color elements are known as liquids, and there are only 5 liquids in the periodic table. And the red color symbols and the elements are the gases, and there are the 11 gases in the periodic table. The more than 50% of the gases are noble gases in the periodic table.
Wow, what a information, Ulas. Can you define noble gases?
Noble gases are the elements which doesn't react with any elements, and they are most stable in the elements and in the periodic table. For example, helium, neon.
Thank you, my friend. I didn't know about these noble gases. Thank you for explanation. But can you say what I said about these metalloids?
Yes, these are the metalloids which combinedly shows the properties of metals and non-metals. What a great work done by our great chemist. It is the very wonderful work.
Yes, my dear friend. Because of our chemists only, we can study this much of easier. Thank you.
Thank you.
By what substance? The correct answer. So the C.V. Raman gets the first correct answer. So C.V. Raman. Okay. Next question to the next group, that is Kalam group. Where is the ozone layer found in our atmosphere? Stratosphere. That is the correct answer. Next question goes to the Sir M. Vishweshwarya group. What is the speed of light? What is the speed of light? Pardon? Sorry, the next question passes to the not you, next group. Passes to the UR group. What is the speed of light?
3 lakh kilometers per second.
That's right, 3 lakh kilometers per second. Next, fourth question goes to the UR Rao group. The rate of sedimentation can be increased by adding something to the water. What is that? Pardon? Alam is the correct answer. Alam is group gets point. Next question goes to the C.V. Raman group. Name the protein present in red blood cells. Name the protein.
Hemoglobin.
Hemoglobin is the correct answer. You get second point. Next question goes to the Kalam group. What is the common name for copper sulfate, the chemical? What is the common name?
Blue vitriol.
Blue vitriol is the correct answer. And the next question goes to Sir MV group. The question is, biggest gland in the human body. What is the biggest gland in the human body? Liver. Yes, liver is the biggest gland in your body. Next question goes to your group. The value of acceleration due to gravity. What is the value of acceleration due to gravity of the Earth?
8.8.
That's like 9.8 So the next round goes. Ms. Pallavi Madam will ask you the next round of question. One round is completed.
In second round, first question goes to C.V. Raman group. Name the part of a eye is responsible for forming image.
Retina.
Yes, it is the right answer. Second question goes to Kalam group. The most abundant gas which is present in the atmosphere is.
Nitrogen.
Yes, very right answer. The next third question goes to Sarambi group. Name the two main process of making fabrics from yarn. Yes, right answer. And next question goes to Rao group. What is blood?
That is caused by heavy rainfalls.
Yes, right answer. Next question goes to again C.V. Raman group. What color change will observe when phenolphthalein is added to an acid? Colorless. Yes, right answer. Next question is for Kalam group. Name the plant which is reproduced through leaves. Yes.
Hibiscus.
No, wrong answer. The same question passed to Sarambi group. I repeat the question. Name the plant which is reproduced through leaves. Yes, right answer.
Biofilm.
Yes, right answer. Next question goes to again Sarambi group. Apiculture stands for. Apiculture stands for.
Of B. Of B.
Yes, right answer. The next question for UR Rao group. The powerhouse of a cell.
Mitochondria.
Correct answer. Round, third round, which is going to Mahesh sir.
Total marks: Sir C.V. Raman group 20, APJ Abdul Kalam group 50, Sir M.V. 18, and your Rao group 23.
The first question goes to C.V. Raman group. Name the top civilian award of India. The top civilian award of India. Good answer. Next question goes to Kalam group. The highest award offered in Indian military. Highest award of Indian military. Pass. Yes.
Paramavira
Sir.
Chakra.
Yes. Repeat.
Paramavira Chakra.
Answer is correct. You are a group, I think. The second top award given in sports in India. Second top award given to sports in India. Answer is correct. Good answer. What is the expanded form of LPG? Expanded form of LPG. See around you. Repeat.
Liquid petroleum gas.
That not modify, sir. Repeat. Modify. Yes.
Liquefied petroleum gas.
Yes. The answer is correct. It is liquefied petroleum gas. The answer is liquefied petroleum gas. So next, what is the Kalam group? What is the expanded form of IAS?
Indian Administrative Service.
Good answer. Yes. Next goes to Saranya group. What is the expanded form of IPS? IPS. Saranya. Good answer. Last question goes to Rao group. What is the expanded form of KAS? KAS.
Karnataka Administrative Service.
Very good. Good answer. Thank you, madam.
Fourth round, first question goes to C.V. Raman. First question. Which pigment is responsible for color of skin? Which pigment is responsible for color of skin? Right. Melanin is the right answer. Next question goes to Kalam group. Formation of mist is an example for
Condensation.
as condensation is the right answer. Ceremony. How many terminals an electric bulb has? As 2 terminals is the right answer. You are wrong. Which is a variable component of A? Which is a variable component of A? As water vapor is the right answer. Fine. Next. For Sir C.V. Raman. SI unit of velocity. Which is the SI unit of velocity?
Meter per second.
S. Meter per second is the right answer. Next. Name a device which is used to measure wind speed.
Anemometer.
Anemometer is the right answer. Next one, for Saranvi. The molecular formula for ozone. Which is the molecular formula for ozone? O3 is the right answer. Fine. Next. Melting point of ice in Kelvin scale. Fine. Right answer.
First question for C.V. Raman. Which is the coldest planet of solar system? X. Right. Uranus is right answer. Next, Kalam group. Animals those live both on land and in water. They are called as amphibian. Amphibian, you're right. Next question for Saranvi group. Which component of air support combustion? The component of air which support combustion. Which is it? Oxygen is the right answer. Next question to Rao group. What does the chemical chain contain? What does a chemical chain contain, or what is the chemical chain involves?
Change of state of composition.
Yes, right answer. Next question for C.V. Raman. Composition of stainless steel. Iron, carbon and chromium. Chromium. Yes. Right answer. Next question for Kalam group. Name the device used to measure current. Name the device used to Next the question. Name the device used to measure current.
Amphitheater. Amphitheater.
Amphitheater is the right answer. Yes, next question for Saranvi Group. Which are the amphibians of plant kingdom? Saranvi Group. Amphibians of plant kingdoms are called as. Shall I pass? Question is passed.
Bryophytes.
Yes, bryophyte. Next is the last question for your wrong. The value of Avogadro number is 6.023 × 10⁻23. Yes, right answer.